Welcome back. Your creative journey started with understanding the definition of creativity, and it's time now for you to know what can actually kill it. Let's look at creativity at different levels. The individual, the space, and the time. Your individual character, including your personality, your motivation, and your mindset, is important to help you to be a creative individual. Remember I mentioned earlier, creativity can be learned and it comes with hard work. Creativity, like any other task, can be difficult and challenging. Researchers found that there are two different motivational goals you can take. The first one is performance goal orientation, and the second one is mastery goal orientation. Students that have the performance orientation goal are more concerned about how they perform compared to others, while students that have the mastery orientation goal are more concerned about the learning as an end itself. Which types of learning orientation do you think is better for students to have for creative performance? If you have mastery goal orientation in mind, you got it right. But learning motivation is not the only individual character that helps improve creativity. Researchers found that if you have a personality that are high on openness to experiences, you will be more creative too. Openness to experience is one of the big 5 personality factors. A person that is high on openness to experiences are open-minded and have high intellectual curiosity and love to try new things. Indeed, a research that was done by Angela Leung on creativity finds that students that have multicultural experiences are more creative, but only if they have high openness to experiences personality. If you are going to ask how does these learning goals or openness come about, I will tell you that keeping a growth mindset and not a fixed one can help. A person that believes in an incremental learning mindset believes that effort and training can change one's qualities and traits. While a person that believes in a fixed learning mindset believes that characters and traits are fixed in stone. I found that when members recognize the differences they have and are willing to learn from these differences, their team have higher creative performance and are happier people. Aside from the individual character, the place where creativity is taking place is also important. Imagine you are in an environment that have high constraint versus a classroom that induces interactivity among classmates. Which one do you think can stimulate creativity? Aside from the environment, the social norms and regulations such as the institution also matters, as institution can enable or disable creativity. An institution that support high creative output are usually those that have good law and order to regulate creative output, coupled with pluralistic governance. In my own study of country-level creative output, countries that are most creative are those that invest in R&D and have strong institutional support on creative development. Lastly, time can also influence how creative a person can be. A person that is high on need for closure is less likely to be creative. Need for closure is a psychological term that describes an individual desire for firm answer to question and an aversion towards ambiguity. While this can be a static character of a person, meaning this person can be high on need for closure in general, perception of how much time you have on the task also influences your need for closure. Imagine you have to turn in your group project tomorrow. You are working against time. Do you think you still have time to explore alternatives or rewrite the paper? Probably not. Therefore, the need for closure can change across different stages of creativity and innovation. We'll talk about the stages of creativity in later segments when I introduce the concept of design thinking. Let's review one time. Individual character, including one's learning orientation, personality, and mindset, can affect creative outcomes. The space, including both physical and institutional, can affect creative outcome too. How you perceive time and the stages of creativity also plays a huge role in your creative outcome. Keep these in mind so you can overcome these hurdles during your creative journey.